Good evening. It is about 11:05. I kind of didn't tell anybody I was going to do a live tonight, but I was feeling like it, so I was waiting for my daughter to go to sleep. So it's 11:05 p.m. California time. What I was planning on doing is some of these. I have a couple glitter paints, and these are the Martha Stewart glitter paints that I really like. And then just a few different brands of the colors that I usually use. So I just brought out a bunch of colors that there's like the certain kind of colors I always like to use, so I'm just bringing those out. So I plan to just pick some random colors and do that. Max, hey, what's up? Just gonna do like a little pour with adding a little bit of glitter and maybe a little bit of these paints. Have you guys help me pick them out. And then I kind of did like a little experiment. I usually only add this to the white, and then everything else just kind of gets poured in. But I just decided to add it to each of these colors just to see what effect it'll have. And I think on this batch, I think I might pour white over the rock, and then I might put all these colors together and see what happens. So we'll see how that goes. And then usually if I have any leftover stuff, I just have these plastic containers, and whatever's left over, I just kind of let it all mix together. Just gonna see what it looks like inside right now. Set this down for a sec. See, I popped it open and it's got really cool colors inside there. So this is my leftover amount. And just kind of showing you, that's just where I leave my leftover paint, because it always seems like the question is, what do you do with all that wasted paint? Well, it doesn't get wasted. I mean, this is from a previous pour, and I'm going to use it, not tonight, but I just wanted to show that where I keep it in. But it's beautiful inside, even though it's just sitting inside right now. But I just kind of tend to put all the leftover stuff inside there. And see if you guys will help me choose some paint. So I'm going to start with the glitter first and see what everybody thinks. We're going to start with one of these glitters. Which glitter should I put in the mix? Now I'm just going to pour colors. I'm not going to put anything else in there except colors. Which one do you think I should use? I got, what is this? It's like a blue. It's like a blue metallic color. And this one's like red glitter and yellow. Anybody have a pick on that? Okay, I'm going to go with teal. Brenda said teal, so I'm going to go with that. And then I'm going to choose one of these colors. So I have the Craft Smart, Color Shift, or a Pearl. Which one should I pick on those? What do you think? The Craft Smart, the Color Shift, or the Pearl? Tanya, help me pick a color. Which one of these should I use? First one to chime in, I'm going to go with it. So just trying to move along here. Give you guys 4 more seconds, and then I'm just going to randomly pick one. Waiting patiently. Okay, if you know me, you know I'm going to go with Color Shift. So I'm going to pick that one. And then the next group of pickings I have are this copper color, brushed metal. Max, you said Craft Mart. I'll go ahead and grab that one too. So I have this gold color, this like brushed metal color, and why am I stuck? And it's like bronze color. What do you think? Which one should I use? The gold? Okay, I'm gonna grab the gold. I don't have too much of the gold, so one more color. The bronze or the metal to add to that. Which one? So far, the picks in the mix are the glitter, Color Shift, the turquoise, the gold, and then I need to know which one of these to add to it. I'm thinking the bronze, but the metal looks good too. Okay, let's go with which one's? Hold on, this one. Okay, let's go with that one then. And I think that was it. That was all I'm gonna do on those. Okay. I'm going to go in the order, let's see which order. I'm gonna go backwards, forwards here. So I'm gonna go with the metal first, because I think that one, I know that one kind of poured really well. Let's go the gold. It's kind of not having that much gold, so see what happens there. A little bit of this turquoise color. And then the color shift. I think I'm gonna do 2 rounds. I'm gonna do 2 rounds because I want it to layer really good. If not, if just do 1 layer, then I tend to lose all the color on the top. It just seems to just be gone. Okay, and the glitter, you have to shake the glitter. I'm gonna tell you, I love Martha Stewart glitters, but you gotta like give it a good shake. Because if not, it gets really watery on the top, I've noticed. So just a tip on that. I haven't tried too many glitter paints, but I just love the way this one looks, so we're hoping for luck tonight here. Let's go back. I'm gonna go back and layer it again. Okay. Not too much gold left. Let me look. I think I have some gold. I got some gold. Got some more gold. Okay, gold, and then we'll get pouring. I know, I'm more excited about pouring. I really had stuff I wanted to do tonight, but I really felt like pouring tonight, so it's gonna have to wait. So this was more important. Sometimes it calls you. Okay, put the glitter on top. Okay, make sure I said hi to everybody that's here. Max, Brenda, Tanya. I think I'm up to date right now. Okay. Tanya says she's been pouring her heart out the last hour. You go, girl. Hey there, Jessica. Okay. Isn't that pretty? I do tend to like these colors too. I don't know why. It's always these same go-to colors. So, okay, we'll see what happens with these. Now, what design should I go for? Stripes? Maybe some stripes right now? When you have a nice layer of colors like that, you get a little stripes in there. It's kind of nice. Okay. I just don't want to lose all my glitter on top, and usually that's what happens, but it's okay. I think it looks pretty cool. Let's see. Takes me a minute to really focus because I'm trying not to look at the camera and just watch it, but I think it came out really pretty. See, I see a little bubble on top. Just push that paint back there a little bit there. Got a tiny little circle. Louise, hello. Looks kind of neat, a little circle right there. But the glitter really sits nice. And look at that paint. Look at that paint. I love it. Okay, let me do a little transfer because I got these new brushes and they're longer and thicker, so we'll see if they help. So I like the spatula, but it ends up being like you're pouring again. With these, it's like you really transfer the paint to the rock. And this sucker's a big one. Oops. I haven't had one this big, so let's see if it's how it works. What colors did I use? Oh, all of these. I'll take a picture of them too and post them later too, but pretty much all of those colors on the top. So let me do a little transfer here. So I'm just gonna kind of grab the paint underneath. This brush looks kind of big. And then I'm gonna lay it on top. And I will save this video in case it's getting too late and you wanna go to bed. I like it, but it's too big. I don't like this brush. It's a little too big. I gotta go with the smaller one. It was worth a try. It'll work on a bigger rock, but I really like the way that one worked. And then I'm gonna grab some more paint off of here. And I'll put it on the edge here. Looks really pretty. I like the way the copper color is really pretty. The way it blends with the color shift, I think that looks really cool too. And I really like just doing colors. Of course, metallics, color shift, and pearls, and glitter are my favorite. But I really tend to like the way the colors blend together. It looks really neat. Looks really cool, huh? Tanya said the brush doesn't work. She uses a spatula. Tanya, you're cheating. That's called a pour. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes I think because you're putting the brush to the rock, it's kind of a different way, because if you grab a spatula and then you put it on top, it's kind of like a pour. It's kind of like a mini pour when you use a spatula. But this, I'm directly putting it on top of the rock itself. And I don't do it with all my rocks. I just do it with some of them. Just because the paint is so pretty, you don't want to put it back in the cup yet. But the glitter really looks really pretty. Okay, let's get to a couple more so that I make sure that my camera doesn't run out. I did charge it. This one I'm just going to lay across the top. I'm just going to go straight on the top just to see what happens on this one. Just going to go again over the top. And that one flowed really well. I like the way the paint flows. I don't use anything or mix anything in normally. I just kind of let the paint move over. I kind of do look at the paints though to make sure that they flow good, because I don't like the ones that are too thick. And that looks really cool. Just the way that it goes down the line. Hi there, Lisa. I do tend to, let me see how that looks there. I'm trying to get in the light better so you can see it better. The line on the side looks really cool. That's like the color shift paint on this side right here. It's gonna look really neat when you turn it and stuff. And here's that one. This was a transfer one. And I'm gonna do another one. And then I'm going to do the one with the oil, because I had those little experiment to do, so I'll show you guys that. This one, I like to go in a circle, so I'm just going to come around in a circle. Sorry about my background TV. I think it's The Real Housewives, my favorite. I see a bubble right here. I'm going to try to blow that little bubble out if it's a bubble. Uh-oh, got some copper in there, and then it's also looking like it's got no paint there, so let me try to do a little dot of paint on there. Try to make a design on top. Looks pretty, huh? Okay, let me look through here, making sure I've seen everybody's messages. Hey there, Karen, Lisa, Bonnie. How long do you let dry before moving from foil? Well, everybody's different, so it just depends. For me, I keep them here till about 10 hours, and then when I wake up in the morning tomorrow morning, like about 10 hours later, I'll lift the top up, clean the bottoms, and then I'll put it on a clean piece of foil. But it does take time for them to cure, so I mean, they pretty much don't completely dry for like a full week, but I mean, you can seal them within 3 to 5 days. It's not going to fully dry. Jessica said, oh no, it froze on her. Hope it didn't freeze on any of you guys. I mean, it's still going for me right now, so hopefully it hasn't went out or anything. Okay, let me get to business here. Let's see. Let me see. I am going to do the experiment one, just because I want to do that before my phone dies out or something. Okay, so let me put these brushes away. Okay, So I need some better light here. Okay. These paints right here, I put like one little drop of this Moroccan oil in there and I mixed them up in here. So I think I'm gonna put all those paints together. But first, I'm gonna put white on the top of these, just to coat the top of it. But the white's not gonna have anything poured on into it. It's just gonna be white paint. Okay. I need one more rock here. Haven't really done this type of pour before, but I mean, there's like, you could do it all kinds of ways, so don't feel like just because you see me do it a certain way, you have to do it that way. I mean, you can come up with your own way to do it. I tend to look at a lot of the acrylic pouring people, how they do stuff on the canvas, but it's nowhere near the same type of surface. I mean, it's totally flat, and this is all, the surfaces are all rigid on the rock. So all I'm doing is pouring white over the rocks right now. Seems like a waste of white paint, but don't worry, I'll make use of all that paint. Okay, Jessica says she's back. Yes. Have you ever poured over a pouring that turned out bad? Oh, heck yes. Oh, yes. Sometimes they look like this, and they dry like poop. So, I mean, don't think that just because you see all the pictures and everybody's pictures are shiny, a lot of our pictures look like that wet, and then when they dry, they don't dry the same. So, don't let that fool you. It does look different sometimes. Okay, so we're going with just white paint right now. Each of these has some of that oil in there, so I'm gonna put the phone down really quick, but all I'm gonna do is put these in with this one. So, get this together. I just don't have a stand for the phone, so I'm just gonna have to put you guys on hold for just a second while I put these colors. All I'm doing is each cup that's mixed with the oil, I'm just putting them together. I'm not mixing them, because once you put them together in the cup, not that you don't want to mix them, I mean, they're going to eventually mix. It just keeps the color brighter if you don't mix them all up, because then you just get one color. So I've never put the oil in all the different colors though before. I've only really experimented with the oil with one color. Not that you can't put it with more, but just that that's all I really messed with it with. So, okay. So everything's in the cup right now on those. These ones are just white. And then I'm going to put that on top. So kind of don't have an idea on how I'm going to go with the flow, but we'll see what it comes out like. I mean, I have no idea, so I'm just going to kind of go over the spots that haven't got poured. The color's really bright and everything, but you know, if I had like a little flame torch, you know, I might be able to light this thing on fire. But right now, the only thing I notice is just because of the metallic colors on the white, the colors really pop. See how they look really bright in there? So that looks pretty cool. I just don't see the cells that I do when I mix it into the white. It's not the same. Kind of just went random on that one. Not as much to see on that. Not that I'm not happy with the way it looks, because I like the way it looks, but I don't get as much cells, like the tiny little cells, as when it's mixed into just the white. It looks really fancy though. I mean, it looks really pretty. Okay, so now this last one. Let's see, I might have enough for this last one. You know what, let me pick some of the paint up. That way I have to show that too. These new brushes aren't my favorite though, but I'm just gonna go underneath and then take the paint off the top there to move this back a bit. So I don't always make use of the excess paint for transfers. Most of the time I just kind of try to put it back into the cup. This brush is not great. Whichever brand I just showed you, I'm not happy with it. I think the Craft Smart brushes that are flat work the best for me. Okay, got enough paint back in there. And so I put paint that's white and blue in there, so I might get some kind of different effect in there because it's been mixed in with the ones with the oil, but we'll see. I'm gonna go around the edge here. It looks pretty and everything. Not that I'm like disappointed. I'm not disappointed, but because it looks really bright. I mean, the colors look really, they pop. I just don't get as many cells if the oil's mixed in with the paint. So I was really doing that in an experiment for myself, just to see if me mixing in with the colors was a good idea, or me mixing in the white is what gave me more of the cells. And it seems like when I mix it in the white paint itself, I get more cells. So let's give it a try really quick. I think I have enough time. If everybody's still up, I'm gonna quickly do this just because it's helpful to those of you who haven't used the oil to see how much to use. It's a Dixie cup. I'm not filling it like even half the ways because I'm not gonna do that much of a pour. But just a little bit inside there. And then this is the oil. I've used a lot so far. I mean, I've poured a lot with the oil, but I haven't used that much of it. And so I'm just gonna put a tiny little squeeze in there, just a little bit. And then I have these little sticks, and then I just mix it up in there. It kind of will stay have a little yellow color to it. It doesn't really stay that color, it's just the color of the oil. But I mix it in pretty good. And then, I'm trying to find a spot for this. And then I'll grab the cup. And then what I do is, so everything's in this cup. I use another cup, and I pour a little bit of the white in there. I still save some so I can layer it on top. And then I'll grab colors. I'm just going to grab colors and put them together and see what happens. Use this brushed metal color. It's a little thick. And this blue. Ooh, that blue looks crazy. Okay. And I got some green. And then I'm going to put the white on top. So just to see how that mixes with it. And then we're going to check the results on it. We'll see how that goes. So I've only mixed the oil and the white. These, I mixed it in with just the colors, not the white. So it was just the colors. And they look really cool. The colors are super bright. So if anything what the oil does is maybe it just makes them look shinier, I don't know. But it didn't give me more cells. So we'll see what happens with this. And it all depends on what kind of paint it mixes with it makes it pretty cells with. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can see clearly here. Kind of want to get it so I can get a good view. Oh, and that looks really pretty. You can see the paint just moving off the rock. I'm trying to see. I get way more teeny tiny cells in this than I did. And you can see the little tiny ones right here. Teeny tiny, but they're starting to form. But I get more of those throughout the rock when it's the white paint only. And it takes a minute for them to form. It almost seems like if I did have that torch, like everybody said, you know, to get one of those type of things, I guess they're not that pricey. Oh, it looks pretty cool in there. But they do seem to make the cells pop out more. Looks like a faith right down here below. Creepy. I won't pour over it though. But that looks pretty cool. I like the way that looks. And you can kind of see the cells popping out. This circles there. And like, what are cells? They're just tiny little circles or webs. And depending on what you put in there, you could get stretchier, huger cells. You know, the Floetrol really stretches those cells out. So it looks really cool. And some get really big, wide cells. And it all depends on what things you add to the paint that give it that look. Okay, so I do have a little more paint, so I'm going to finish this one off, this last one. And I like the way the little cells are on the top. I'm hoping you guys can view okay. Only because I'm super focused right now and I'm not even looking at the screen. Sorry. Okay. Alicia said she'd love to see what, hi there, she'd love to see what happens when the heat's applied. So would I. So would I. I'm almost willing to get the lighter out and just torch it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what that would do to it, but see how cool it does these little tiny cells that stretch out. And I know some people like the really big cells, but because the rocks are so small, it's kind of cool to see the tiny ones because it's a tinier canvas. I mean, you know, that's my hand right there. So I mean, anything that makes cells super huge, I mean, you really, it wouldn't be much of a benefit to see them stretched all over the rock. But that looks pretty neat. So I do like the way this one's turning out. Sometimes it's just me blowing on it helps the cells pop out, so that's really cool. So you're really just blowing the paint with the oil. Now looks, I didn't get this a view at the other side. Let's see what the other side looks like. Can't really see it too well, just because of the light right there. Okay, well, I think I'm done for the night. Is there anything else you guys would like to see or have any questions? I'm always trying to answer the questions as you guys post stuff, and you guys are all awesome. You guys helping each other is really cool too, because I learned a lot from a lot of people too. So this one, mix the oil in, no cells. And I get like a blending of paint right here, but that's not really like cells. For me, it seemed like what it did is make the colors look brighter, so that's kind of nice. I got a teeny bit of cell formation here, but that was probably because I put some that was underneath back in the cup, so it just mixed with each other. But that looks really cool right there, how it's pulling up right there. It's really neat. And around the bottom, there's a color. There's one spot I missed over here, so I'm going to grab some paint and put it on there, so that's cool. Tanya said her phone died. She had to search for the charger. Crap, I was hoping my phone didn't die either, because then you guys would be watching nothing. It says, do we need to wash off the oil before putting the top coat? You mean the oil that you mix in with the paints? No, I mean, if you put a lot of oil into your paint, I mean, the only thing that would happen is sometimes it won't dry as quickly, but you won't really get the oily effect off of your rock unless you're using like a baby oil. I mean, I've tried baby oil before, and that stuff is super greasy, and your rock is greasy, so I wouldn't recommend using that. What do I do with all my painted rocks? Well, I do give a lot. I try to mail out, I mean, I want to mail out more, but I can't right now because I don't have all the expenses to do that, but I do have the rocks that are ready to go, but I like to mail them and send them to people. And I'm in the process of soon sending them to a bunch of groups that I've just added or just groups that I'm in and then I live out of town. So I'm planning on sending some of those out to those groups too, because I have tons ready. I just need to get some extra money for the postage, because that's really the cost of it, is just sending the postage. I don't really charge for these at all. I prefer to give them. Feels good to be able to give back. And this looks really cool. I mean, it's hard to tell the color right here, but it's that, what color was that? Now I'm searching because that color came out really cool. Oh, it was this brushed metal, but it looks really neat the way it looks in the light. So, you know, just giving them out, hiding them in the local places, and I do hide them in town and stuff. These ones, I think I'm saving these, majority of these for this group. This one's Susie's. Where am I located? Merced, California. But I'm in like tons of groups. I mean, like all kinds of states all over the U.S. and some out in the U.K. also. So I'm in a lot of people's local groups. I just don't live in town, but I want to be able to contribute, so I want to send stuff. But these will be for a contest for you guys. I'm trying to see if they're somewhat dry. Should be pretty good. I just need to put one more coat of Duraclear and they're good. But these are fun because I have to be honest, I have and just so you know, I didn't come up with this tutorial or the way it's done. It's all Rachel's Rocks. Give her the credit, because Rachel Mitchell does some awesome stuff. But she has a YouTube on how to do these. I just skip the scales and I just do the eye. But it's all her. She taught me how to do that. So anyways, I have so many. I'm totally backed up here. So like I was saying, these will be for the group. I'm going to try to do a little contest going on. Hopefully during the week I'll try to start doing that. But this one's Susie, so I just want to show her when she sees this later. This is yours. I hope you like it, Susie. It will be coming in the mail soon. And I'll show you really quickly my collection before I get out of here. Let's take a peek out here. And these are all the ones that I have in progress. I mean, I do make ones with scripture on them, and those ones feel really good. And I'm going to tell you a little crazy story. You know how people come to your door and they knock on your door and they want to talk about God and stuff. And, you know, I don't mind doing that too. I always like to surprise them, and at the end when they want to speak, I'll let them talk. And at the end, I'll tell them, I have a gift for you. And then I'll bring some of these out. And then they'll be so surprised that I'm actually giving them something back too. So that's pretty cool to do that. Give them to people and hide these ones in town. So these ones feel really good. I haven't made a few lately, but these are ones that were ready to go. So whenever I need to give them out, I could do that. Let's see what else I got here. I'm just going to show you my little kind of backed up in stuff I'm doing. I mean, I'm halfway done with these dragon eyes, so I've got about maybe 20 there. And then I'm working on, I'll show you what I'm working on. I'm working on purple dragon eyes. So I'm really trying to make use of all the rocks because I have so many. I know I give a lot, but I have so many that I want to have a cool creation on, and the dragon eye just seems really cool for the kids and for hiding in town. So that's been kind of cool. And then up here I have some more hiding up here. So just stuff I'm working on over here. And these are huge ones that I poured, but I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with those, so they're just kind of waiting out here. They were taking over my kitchen, so I had to have another spot for them. Okay. Any other questions tonight? I think that's pretty much it for the night. It's kind of an unexpected pouring, but kind of wanted to do a little bit tonight to relax. So here's the couple that I've did tonight. Really no change in these. They look really nice. And Alicia said black and white pours look awesome. They do. They're pretty fun. Zebra time. And that looks pretty cool. the glitter paint looks really nice. I think the one that I liked best was the transfer one, just because the colors look pretty neat. And then we'll stop with these two. I'm really probably going to pour maybe all the rest of the rocks that are sitting up here. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe 8 more. Maybe 8 more. But I'm going to use the excess paint, and I'm going to need both of my hands. So I'm going to have to say goodbye. Close this off, and then I'm going to save it for the group so people can watch it later. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, everybody, for helping me choose colors. I didn't make these beauties alone. Each of you guys helped me out. Even those that didn't chime in, you guys still gave me positive vibes, so that really helps too. Hope you guys all have a lovely evening, afternoon, or morning, depending on when you're watching it. But just remember, it was only live up until 11:41 p.m. So if you're watching it after that point, it's not live. It's recorded. So if I don't answer, it's because it's not live. All right, I had fun mixing it up with you guys. And just remember, sometimes the best pours do not have anything mixed up in them. They are just paints. And sometimes, for me, those are the coolest ones. It's just fun getting crazy and all mad scientists like sometimes too, because you do get some cool results. So tonight's winner for the rock that I like the best is going to this one. I've got two. I got a runner-up. It's that one, and it's the transfer one. Those are my favorite. I like those. They're bright, they're pretty, but for some reason, I love the ones that have the color shift in them. Look really pretty. Okay, you guys have a lovely early morning, evening, afternoon, and hope to see some more of your guys' creations too, because while I'm working in throughout the day, it brings me great joy. While I'm looking at my computer, occasionally I'll look at you guys' pours that pop up, and I'm like, this is awesome. Like that Lego movie, everything is awesome. Okay, you guys have a great night, and see ya. Bye-bye.